While Yo-Yo and Momo look forward to their university admission outcome, they have decided to utilize their time in preparing for the Australian student visa application process. Let us discover how the visa application process works for offshore students who are 18 years or above and single. Yo-Yo and Momo firstly analyze the student's visa requirements for both undergraduate and postgraduate courses. There are 7 eligibility criteria. 1. Confirmation of enrollment. 2. Sufficient funds. 3. English skill. 4. Overseas students' health cover. 5. Health requirements. 6. Character requirements. 7. Genuine temporary entrant requirements. Now let's talk about these criteria in detail. A student must have a confirmation of enrollment for the course they have applied for. This confirmation of enrollment is issued by your university using the system called Provider Registration and International Student Management System, PRISMS. This system is a combined system of education and immigration to manage international student study cycle. The course must also be registered on the Commonwealth Register of Institutions and Courses for overseas students. Also note that if any course is combined, for example, English and a postgraduate course, then the confirmation of enrollment is needed for both the courses. In addition to all these requirements, the last course which a student takes as part of the package will be the main course for study. The main course taken by a student will be used by the Department of Home Affairs in order to determine what level of English skills are needed, and to determine the financial requirement. Students must have sufficient funds to support their stay in Australia while studying. They will be required to provide financial documents to show 1-year tuition fee, 1-year living expense and travel expense if requested by the Department of Home Affairs. We will provide detailed information about the financial requirement and document checklist in our next videos. For any overseas student, if you are not from an English-speaking nation, an English proficiency test may be required. Some of the acceptable tests are International English Language Testing System called IELTS, TOEFL, Internet-based test, Pearson Test of English Academic called PTE Academic. The minimum requirements as needed by the Department of Home Affairs are IELTS 5.5, TOEFL Internet-based 46, PTE 42. These scores are the minimum requirements. The universities may have higher requirements, and the student will need to do well in order to pass these tests and make his application stand out amongst other applicants. Yo-Yo and Momo have decided that they will give the IELTS test, while their application is being processed. The health requirement protects the Australian community from public health and safety risks. When a student applies online, the immigration system will prompt the student to complete his health check at one of the approved health centers in his home country. The health check can also be completed after the visa lodgement. The results of the health check will be sent by the medical center directly to the Department of Home Affairs. A medical officer of the Commonwealth will examine your health record and give feedback as required. Your family member may also be required to meet the health requirements even if they are not migrating to Australia. This will depend on the type of visa you have applied. All overseas students are required to have an appropriate health insurance covering visa length. It would be best if you can arrange for your health cover through the university you have applied for, as you will make payment of the health cover along with your tuition fees. This way you save time as you have already paid for your health cover, and your family has peace of mind that you are fully covered. In case if you have any health concerns in the future, the university will either provide the health cover details on your confirmation of enrollment, or by issuing a separate letter to you. Some of the approved health insurance companies are AHM, Bupa, Allianz, NIB, Medibank. A certificate showing that you have good character may be required for the visa process. For a good character certificate, you may be asked for a police clearance certificate from your home country. One of the paramount requirements for the student visa process is to fulfill the genuine temporary entrant requirement. This is a mandatory requirement by Australian universities as well as the Department of Home Affairs, to ensure that students coming to Australia are genuinely coming for study purposes and not for residency. All students must fulfill this genuine temporary requirement in order to be granted a visa to study in Australia. You should also go through the Ministerial Direction 69. which is available on the Home Affairs page of the Government of Australia, that highlights the criteria for a genuine temporary entrant. Amongst all the factors necessary for fulfilling the conditions of genuine temporary entrant, the statement of purpose is the most important. If you would like to know more about the personal statement, please watch our videos on how to write an effective statement of purpose. Links are in description. Since YoYo and Momo have already prepared a good statement of purpose when applying to their respective universities, they are currently relaxed and now only need to worry about their financial documents and English test results, if they are requested by the Department of Home Affairs. This concludes the video on the student visa requirement. Hope you have liked the video and have gained knowledge on eligibility criteria for student visa. We would love to hear back from you on anything which can make us better. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned to watch the next video in the series. Goodbye, and we'll return soon. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe.